That'd be very helpful. Let's take a look to the chat. Oh, crypto portfolio. But does that happen to you all the time? Or is it in some events only? Always. Oh no. We need to troubleshoot sometime and see if we can figure that out. Because you are a very valuable member, and I'd love to, yeah, for you to see what's going on in the events. But we'll get there.
Yeah. Maybe like he can use the Twitter stream or YouTube because we broadcast them to these two other channels as well.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And having said that, we are live on Twitter and YouTube. So hello everyone. Welcome to another Dev Deep Dive. And today we are going to be talking about Telefrens features. So let's wait. There's someone else typing in the chat. Just want to make sure that the screen sharing is coming through just fine. Let's check Twitter too. Also, before we get started, I mentioned before we have a bow up that will be distributed by the end of the call. So I'll guide you through that process. That's done all within Discord. So if you are watching on Twitter or YouTube, I'll share the steps to do that, but you'll need to join the Discord server in order to claim the bow up. No worries though, because you'll have some time to claim the bow up. So I'll let you guys know when it's available. But yeah, it looks like we are good to go. We are live on Twitter and the screen share is coming through just fine.
Great. Chibi, thank you for the opening note. And first of all, welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're coming from all around the world. So we're kind of on the bleeding edge at this point. We're kind of rolling out a lot of exciting features and making users' life as easy as possible. So we're really fast pacing and we want to share the ongoing efforts we have here to improve the funding flow. To give you a little bit of context, so when we start Telefrens, we fully utilize this easy onboarding process so that whenever you have a Telegram account, then we kind of deterministically give you a signer, and that signer is an MPC wallet. And that MPC wallet actually controls the ERC-4367 smart con, which is a smart contract-based wallet. But that helps on one side, but it creates a little bit challenging for the other side. So the benefit to have a smart con is you don't have to do anything to claim that account, and that account can be automatically deployed for you. So you don't have to install MetaMask, you don't have to do anything else. So that's the beautiful part. But then the challenging part is, since it's a fresh account, and to use that account to do any meaningful transactions, especially you have to pay a fee, for example, buy a pass or make a tree, then it becomes an interesting battle, right? You need to fund that account, right? And on Telefrens, we have a couple passes to do that. So let me first switch to the QA bar. So first of all, you can actually get information about your smart account by clicking on this keyboard button called account at the bottom of your screen. Then we say, okay, you have this smart account, and this is being created for the Telegram user ID here and the balance of the smart account. I already have a little balance, but for new users, we probably don't have any balance here. Then a quick way to fund your account is by clicking this Ignite button here. So this will launch our member portal, and that will help you to go through that funding flow. So we were really trying hard to find out what's the best way to get your fund into the right account on the right chain without a lot of hops, and also minimize the potential user errors, because it's a little bit tricky in this smart account world, because the smart account is typically deployed to a blockchain network. And there's a possibility you could have one account on Ethereum mainnet, one account on Option, one account on Polygon, one account on OP. For Telefrens, at this moment, we kind of aiming for the Option mainnet itself for your smart account. So that means the fund has to be available for the smart account on that given chain. So the huge difference here between the smart account and the EOA, which is a typical wallet you get from MetaMask. So the EOA is universal, right? You basically just have that same address, and you have the same signer for that. But for the smart account, it becomes a little bit tricky. But net, when it comes to fund your wallet or account, you have to move the fund into the right chain to the right address. Right? So this is a journey, becomes a little bit challenging for a lot of users. So we designed this new funding flow, which is not live on production yet. We are still doing the final polishment and the testing. But I want to give you a little bit preview today and to see if that makes sense. So now you have been given the option to connect your existing wallet. So the assumption here is you already have funds somewhere else controlled by yourself, and we want to make it easy for you to move that fund into the smart account. And in the near future, we might also have a path to do fiat on ramping. That means you have US dollar or some other currency, and you want to fund your account to have some crypto assets. Right? But let's just focus on this wallet to wallet passport now. So you click on connect wallet, then it gives you a bunch of wallet options. And please note, like under the wallet connect, there's a lot of different other options as well. So today I'm going to just try use MetaMask for the moment. Right? So I'm going to select my own personal wallet here. And now all of a sudden, I get my wallet. So you see this spinning circle. So what's happening there? So our idea is whenever you connect a wallet, we try to get your portfolio so that we can recommend a simple path for you to fund a smart account. So that's why we do a little bit discovery here. Say, okay, for this connected wallet, what qualified tokens you have. And for the first version, we only care about your native tokens. Like say, you have some Option E on the Option blockchain. You may have some Ethereum on the mainnet. You have some Matic on the Polygon side, or you have some ETH on Optimum side. Right? So we fully recommend if you already have some native tokens on Option E, then you can utilize that. So that's why I say, okay, in my case, I have 0.03 something native, ETH on Option. So this is a recommend path. So I can say, okay, I'm going to transfer 0.001, from my connect wallet to the smart account. And then you just say, let's submit. So this actually pops up and say, okay, your MetaMask is still on Optimum, but we want to do a transfer from Option 1. So I'm going to switch to the network, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing, okay, we have this on-chain transaction. Like we want to transfer 0.001 native token from your MetaMask wallet into the smart account. And of course, you can do that. And I'm not going to confirm here. But as a user, you can just confirm. And then all of a sudden, we just move the fund from your MetaMask wallet into your smart account. So this is the simplest path we will anticipate a lot of users will do. So for the purpose of demo, I'm going to just reject that. And we tell you, okay, the user decide not to go forward from that. Right? Then we look at all the options. Say, okay, you have Polygon Matic, right? What if we try to find the account from the Polygon Matic? Let's click on here. Let's say I'm going to just transfer 2 Matic from this smart account, from my MetaMask wallet into the smart account. So let's say we do this. So again, we need to switch the chain, and the UI helps us to do that. Then we are getting a new, transaction pop up here. So if you look at here, this is really a cross-chain bridging. And we handle always complexity behind the scenes. And what the user says, okay, we're going to swap the Matic using this hop L2 bridge. And here's the potential gas and everything. And if you say confirm, then we're going to exercise that transaction for you. So you have the opportunity to, bridge token from one chain to another chain. So again, I'm not going to do that, but the bridging operation involves 2 steps. The first step is on the source chain where your fund has, right? So in this case, it's Polygon mainnet. So we're going to send the fund from your, MetaMask wallet to that bridging contract. So that's the first step. Say, okay, let me pass 2 Matic to that bridging contract. Then the bridging contract send a message to the receiving side, which is option 1. Then whenever the transaction is finalized and the funds arrive on that particular smart account on option 1, we have a background job checking for that second step status. And whenever the funds arrives on the receiving side, we make sure it's being deposited to your smart account and send a DM notification to your Telefrens chat. So that's kind of the second best option is like you have some native tokens on one of the support chains, and you want to have this feeling lucky bridging option and have Collab.Land deal with all the complexity and give you the final notification when the fund arrives on the receiving side. Okay. So that's a second approach we're doing. So again, I'm going to reject this one for now. Then what if I don't have any of the native tokens here? So in that case, we give you a one advanced option. So basically, it's a Li-Fi widget that helps you to decide how to move the fund from some of the assets you have to option E. So again, here you can click on this icon and you see different options. Like say, first of all, you see the different chains. Right? So say I have some USDC on OP, or I have some other tokens on Ethereum mainnet. So this give me the option, like say, okay, here's the different things you have, and this UI kind of doing a little bit good job, like to discover what tokens I have. Then give me the different options, so I can choose whichever I want to use. But typically, like the mainnet gas fee is really high, so sometimes it's difficult to make that decision. So if you already have funds on all the tokens, on all the blockchains, you can do that. For example, say I have some native tokens on the OP side, so I'm going to choose that one. Right now, I just say, okay, you try to bridge some OP native token to option 1 as a Ethereum, and you say I'm going to pay something. Like say I'm going to pay 0.01, right? So this advanced option will give more choices here, but unfortunately this does not have that. So maybe I just have too small amount. Sometimes that happens. Let's see. Let's just make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, now I at least have one option. So this is a little bit tricky part. Like if the amount of token asset you want to move is too small, then the bridging contract say, okay, it's just not very economic to do so. So here we give some options, And if you want to choose different options, you can still see. And of course, different bridging providers have different quality of services. Some are cheaper, some are faster. So that's kind of your choice. So let's say we just pick this one. Okay, there's a little arrow here. We need to deal with it. But okay, so that's sorry, that's a little bit broken here. Let me kind of go back from the beginning. And I can click this bridging again, and of course, so for this new widget, it gives you the most advanced options. So you can choose what's the funding asset you have, and what are the different asset you have. Let's say no, let's go back. Sorry, we choose maybe here. See 0.1. Yeah, and here we have different options here, right? Then you could review the bridge. Let's say you click on again. This is a little broken. Sorry about that, but for the UI, it's supposed to show okay, what are the costs associated with that bridging option, and then whenever you confirm, your connected wallet will be pop up and do the signing process for that. Yeah, so there's unfortunately a little bit demo defects. It happens all the time, but I hope you kind of see the idea. So that's kind of the main topic we have today. But kind of going back to the Telefrens side, okay? So we also have another places whenever you have to do trades or bypass, and if you don't have enough fund, we'll prompt you to fund your smart account as well. So I'm going to okay, somebody broke that bar again, unfortunately. So it's pointing to the in group for the moment, so that's bad. Sorry about that too. But maybe I try the production one, which does not have the new flow yet, but want to share that idea.
Yeah, I feel like that happens because there's so many updates being pushed and so many changes that we're working on. So
yeah,
no worries. We understand.
I think my system is a little broken today. All right, so let me switch to myself and try to buy the pass for myself. Let's say I want to buy 10 passes, and of course I don't have that small. So we can actually go from here as well. Like say, okay, find your account. So this flow is still the old flow. So the flow I show early on is a new flow and will be available in soon. Okay, so you kind of got the idea. Like say, whenever we detect you don't have enough fund for your smart account, we're going to make sure like we have this funding flow for you, and your feedback will be very, very meaningful because we understand we have users coming from different backgrounds. Some are just new to crypto. Some of them already early adopters of crypto. So we try to have a good balance so that each category of the user will find the easy path to, get the things going. Yeah, so that's kind of the material I have today. Try to open up the session to see if there's any questions.
If there is any questions, please drop them in the chat, or you can raise your hand to be brought up in the stage. And again, as Raymond mentioned, your feedback is highly appreciated. So if you want to give Telefrens a try if you are testing any of the new features and have any comments on how to make things easier, or if you find anything confusing, or if you find any errors, or really any comments, please share them with us, because that's how we improve and make those necessary changes. So thank you, Raymond, for mentioning that, and thank you for this demo. I am working on having the POAP ready because I think it's POAP time. What do you think?
Thank you, GB.
Absolutely. Right. Nice. Okay, we've got our secret phrase ready to claim the POAP. As we mentioned earlier, since this is being live streamed to Twitter and YouTube, if there's anyone watching right now and would like to claim today's POAP, you need to hop on to our Collab.Land Discord server, and you can find a link to join. If you're on Twitter, you can go to our link tree. You'll find a link in there. Or you can also type in your browser discord.gg/collabland. That's the link to our Discord server. So once that you're in here, we use the POAP mini app in order to claim our POAPs because it's just very easy and it makes my life easier too. And you can see it on screen right now. So all you need to do is to write down /POAP claim. You can write that down in the state chat or in the general chat, should work anywhere. So you write down /POAP claim, and the claim phrase for today is Telegram trade. All lowercase and with no spaces in between. Telegram trade. Once that you write that down, trade as in trading. So trade, TRADE. Telegram trade. There we go. Write that down, hit enter, and you'll get a code to claim your POAP. Oh. Appreciate your comment. Oops.
I mean, running
And
a
thanks for
live demo
claiming.
to claim the POAP.
I love those cats.
All right.
Yay! Amazing. Thank you for showing how to claim to Raymond. And anyone has enough time to join the Discord. If you're seeing this as a recording, there's a 1 month period to claim this POAP. So you can claim it if you are not in our Discord server yet and you would like to join to claim the POAP. If you're watching this on Twitter/YouTube. And I'll repeat it one more time. I see Saik. Hello, hello. In case that you missed it, for today's POAP/POAP claim, and the secret phrase is Telegram trade, as in trading. All lowercase and with no spaces in between. Alright, that would be all for our tech deep dives today. Once again, thank you so much, Raymond, for joining. I really appreciate you taking the time to walk us through all that's happening when it comes to Telefrens and the new features and how they're built. So that's really interesting to see. Really, really appreciate you being here and everyone for joining. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you all next time. Before we go, I'll share a link to